In this part, we will discuss the equilibrium of a monopolist. So, what is the objective of the monopolist? Its objective will be to maximize profit. And profit is the difference between revenue and cost. So, the monopolist has to find out that level of output for which the profit is maximum, or the difference between revenue and cost is maximum. So this is the total revenue curve of a monopolist, and this is the total cost curve of a monopolist. So if we see, starting from the output, initially the revenue is less than the cost. So up to output level OQ1, the profit will be negative, and it will start to rise, because the total revenue is greater than total cost up to the level of output OQ2. So these two are the break-even points, but monopolist will never produce output more than OQ3. So his output range will be Q1, Q3. So within this output range, he has to find out the level of output for which the profit is maximum. So as per Euclidean geometry, this is possible if the point at which the tangent of total revenue curve and tangent of total cost curve are parallel to each other. So I have to give here capital Q1, capital Q3, capital Q2. So OQE will be the level of output. So we know, as per the Euclidean geometry, this is the point. If we give it point A and point B, that point A, this is the slope of the total revenue curve will be represented by the slope of this straight line, the tangent. And similarly at point B, the slope of total cost curve will be represented by the slope of this tangent. So from the equilibrium condition, we can write slope of revenue curve is exactly equal to the slope of cost curve. The slope of revenue curve, in vertical axis we are measuring price, revenue, cost, everything. The slope of revenue curve is nothing but the first order derivative of revenue with respect to output, and here the first order derivative of cost with respect to output. So the first order condition says that MR equals to MC. Marginal revenue must be equal to marginal cost. And the second order condition, what is the second order condition? The second order sufficient condition is that once we exceed the level of output OQE, the cost must increase at a faster rate than the revenue. So from here we can write that the slope of MC curve must be greater than slope of MR curve. So then we can say this is the profit maximizing condition of equilibrium. So MR equals to MC, this is known as the necessary condition of equilibrium, or the first order condition of equilibrium, and this is known as the sufficient condition or second order condition. So we can prove it mathematically also. So if we consider that pi profit is a function difference between revenue and cost And both revenue and cost are the functions of output. Because monopolist is the price maker, he fixes his price as per his profit maximizing level of output. So the first order condition will be first order derivative d pi by, sorry, this is capital Q, dq equals to 0. So if this is 0, so we can write dr by dq minus dc by dq equals to 0. This is equation number 1. And from equation number 1, we can write here dr by dq equals to dc by dc dq. So marginal revenue equals to marginal cost. Now if we do the second order derivative, the sufficient condition is that the second order derivative must be negative. So if it is negative, that means, so this is nothing but, so d dq of mr minus mc, that must be less than 0. So left hand side says the slope of marginal revenue curve and right hand side says describes the slope of the marginal cost curve. So we can write slope of mr is less than slope of mc. That means at the point of equilibrium is that point at which the marginal cost curve intersects the marginal revenue curve from below. So under perfect competition, the second order condition says the marginal cost must be upward rising. But under monopoly, there is no such restriction. So that's the only restriction is that the slope of marginal cost must be greater than the slope of marginal revenue curve. So that's why under monopoly, the equilibrium can take place at the downward sloping part of the MC curve. So if we see, this is the MR curve, this is the MC curve, definitely it will be the equilibrium point. If we see that this is marginal revenue and this is marginal cost curve, this is also equilibrium point, because what do you see here, that MC, the slope of MC is greater than the slope of MR. You move at the left side, here MR greater than MC, you move at the right side, MC is greater than MR. But if we see, this is not the equilibrium, because in this case the marginal cost curve intersects the marginal revenue curve from above. So now we will show the equilibrium, and here also the second order condition indicates the stability of the equilibrium. Here also the second order condition indicates the stability of the equilibrium. So if we see, this is the MC curve. Stability means any dispersion from the equilibrium will be automatically adjusted. So if output level is less than OQ1, what we will see, that marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost. That means the revenue earned by selling one additional unit is more than the revenue, the amount spent on producing one additional unit. So definitely it will increase the production. And as the production increases, the gap between these two will narrow down. Whenever we'll reach here, the adjustment will stop. Just consider the opposite case. If at the right side, what do you see? This is the additional cost of producing one more unit, and this is the additional revenue earned from one more unit. So what the producer will do, it will be wise for the producer to reduce the output, and whenever we will reach this point E, all adjustment will stop. So this is the stability of the equilibrium. But if there is, this is the case is opposite, what we will find, if this is the case, You move at the left side of the equilibrium, what do you see? The additional cost of producing one more unit is greater than additional revenue earned from one additional unit. So, monopolist will definitely, it will further reduce the output. And if we go and move at the right side, what we will see? The cost of producing one additional unit is less than the revenue earned from one additional unit. So, the firm will increase the production. So, it will move away from the equilibrium. Now, the price determination under monopoly. So, this is the demand curve. This is the corresponding marginal revenue curve. So, this is the short run average cost curve, and this is the short run marginal cost curve. In vertical axis, we are measuring price, revenue, cost. In horizontal axis, we are measuring the level of output. So, the equilibrium point is E, at which equilibrium condition is being fulfilled. This point fulfills the necessary as well as the sufficient condition of equilibrium. So, OQE is the equilibrium level of output. Now, what about the price? This is the target level of output that the monopolist wants to sell. And he has the control over price. He knows the demand function of the consumers. So, what he will do? He will exactly set that price at which the amount, the demand, the quantity demanded will be exactly equal to the amount he wants to sell. That is OQE. So, as per the law of demand, if the output level is OQE in this diagram, the price should be OPE. So, in this case, what do you see? Price equals to OPE, output sold is OQE. So, revenue equals to how much? Price into output, OPE multiplied by OQE, that is area of the rectangle OPE. Now, so this is the revenue. To determine the profit, we need to know what is the volume of the cost here. So, at QE level of output, the cost is QVC. Average cost is QVC. So, equals to nothing but OB. So, total cost is average cost multiplied by output. So, average cost is OB multiplied by OQE. So, it will be represented by the area of the rectangle OBCQE. So, in this case, OPAQE is the area of this rectangle represents revenue. The area of the rectangle OBCQE represents the cost. So, profit will be the difference between revenue and cost. So, difference between area of the rectangle OPAQE minus area of the rectangle OBCQE. So, it will be represented by the area of rectangle PACB. So, this is the supernormal profit earned by the monopolist. So, one more thing we have to observe here, that the equilibrium level, this is the difference between perfect competition and monopoly. At the equilibrium level, the perfectly competitive market follows the marginal cost pricing rule. Now, under perfect competition, equilibrium price is exactly equal to the marginal cost of production. But under monopoly market, what we see, the equilibrium price, at the equilibrium point, price is greater than marginal cost. And in this case, we find the monopolist earns supernormal profit. So in this case, what do we see? First, the monopolist determines the level of output. Then the monopolist determines the price at which the market demand will be exactly equal to the amount that he wants to sell. So monopolist is the price maker and he fixes the price in order to maximize his own profit. So monopolist determines both quantity to be sold and price in the market.